Well, students, I am present here again with my 10th video on matrices. In this video, I will thoroughly discuss the inverse of a matrix by elementary column transformation. The details of this type of transformation I have given in my video number 9 along with the row transformations. But still, I will start from the beginning and I will show how it is useful to find inverse of a matrix. So again, we have to be very systematic when we apply these operations. Okay, so let's go. Okay, now let us start the topic right from the beginning. These details I have given in video number 9, but still it is just a reminder so that should not go back to that video. So this is what we are discussing, inverse of a matrix by elementary column transformation, and I have given the detail that which type of operations will be known as elementary column transformation. So the first one is interchange of any two columns of a matrix. So for example, suppose I want to mention here, so this may be like this: column 1 interchange with column 2. So this type of operation is the first type of elementary column transformation. Now second, multiplication of the elements of a column by a non-zero scalar. So it may be like C3 multiplied with, suppose I say 8C3. Okay, and division is also a type of multiplication. It may be like this also. So actually we are dividing the elements of C3 by 4, but it is actually multiplication of C3 elements by 1 by 4. Okay, and the third type is addition to the elements of a column, the corresponding elements of any other column multiplied by a non-zero scalar. So one example I may mention here, that suppose the operation is in C2, so it will be like C1 plus C2, like this. So we are doing the operation in C2, and what? All the elements of C2 are added to C1, or all the elements of C1 are added to C2, and the result is written in C2. So they are the three basic operations. They are the only three operations which are known as elementary column transformations. Now I will tell you how they can be used to find inverse of a matrix. Okay, now this is the complete mechanism to find inverse by elementary column transformation. Okay, and they are the steps, and they should be followed strictly if you want to get speedy result. So the first step says that whatever matrix is given, suppose we give the name as A, so A should be written as A is equal to AI, because we know that when we multiply any matrix, square matrix, by the identity matrix of the same order, then we get the same matrix. So A is always equal to AI with the condition that A should be a square matrix, and this I stands for identity matrix of the same order as that of A. Now I have written the algorithm for a matrix of order 3, because that is the frequently asked question. So these steps are concerned with the matrix of order 3. Of course, they can be reduced to fewer steps for matrix of order 2 that I will explain later on. So the first step, that express the given matrix A as A into I. Okay, then reduce this matrix into identity matrix by sequence of elementary operations, and whatever operations you perform on the left hand side matrix, that is A, the same should be done on I, because we are going for column transformation, and by the product rule, you all know that the multiplication of two matrices is possible when number of columns of first should be equal to number of rows of the second. So by that reason, whatever operations we do on this A, the same should be performed on I and this A should not be disturbed, it will be as it is. Okay, so the same I have written in the step number 2, reduce the left hand side matrix A to identity matrix using elementary column transformation, and I have already explained that what are the elementary column transformation. Now the same step, whatever I've just told here, that whatever operations are performed on the left hand side matrix, the same should be repeated on the right hand side identity matrix. Okay. Now the elementary column transformation should be performed in the following order, strictly in the following order to get a speedy result. Okay. So what is they are the steps in sequence, that's why I have written 4 here after 3. First you have to make A11 as 1. Okay, so I wish to explain here what is the meaning. Suppose the matrix is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Okay, so first step tells you that make A11 as 1. Okay, and then using A11 make A12 0 and A13 0. That means this should be made 0, and after that this one. The operation must be performed in order. Okay, so that is the meaning of step number 4 and 5. Now what is this step number 6? Make A22 1. That means this element should be transformed into 1, and then using A22, that is using 1, you have to make A21 0 and A23 0. So this is A21, this has to be made 0, and this is A23, this is 0. Okay, the operations you have to decide. Okay, and that is the real expertise, and that is the main expertise of solving such questions. And after that we are here in step number 8, in which we have to do A33 as 1, and then using A33, that means using 1, we have to make A31 0 and then A32 0. So this is the order of doing all these operations. Okay, so after reaching here you will get whatever is required. Okay, so now we'll discuss the questions. Okay, now this is one question. This is a board question I have taken here. You have to find the inverse of this matrix by elementary column transformation. So I have used the steps of the algorithm which I have given you. So the first step, express A means the given matrix as AI, and then I have written the value of A, and this A will not disturb throughout, and this is identity matrix. Okay, I. Same order that of A. Now the rule says that you have to get 1 here, okay, by elementary column transformation. So that is the first transformation we are exchanging. Column 2 and column 1, that's I've written exchange C1 and C2. So we get 1 here, the same we have done on that side. So that is the first step. Now according to the algorithm, we have to make this element 0. So what we have done, we have subtracted 7 times C1 from C2 to get 0 here. So that is the next operation, and that is the result. Okay. Now the next step tells you that you have to make this element, which is A22, as 1. That's why I have divided throughout by 25, or we have multiplied by 1 by 25. So this is the result of that operation. Okay, now we have got 1 here. Now the next step, we have to make this one 0. So the same operation we have performed here, that in column 1 we are adding 3 times column 2. Okay, other elements will not disturb. Okay, so that is the last step. So we have reduced the given matrix A in terms of identity matrix, and if we have done the same operation on I, we get this type of matrix. So this tells you that multiplication of this matrix and A has given you identity. So this matrix is inverse of A. Okay, so A inverse is this, Now of course after that you can take 1 by 25 common and then you can reduce this matrix, but this is the final answer. Okay. Now one more question with matrix of order 3, because this is essential because it includes all the steps of the algorithm. So that's why I've given you this question, and this has been asked in board examination also. Okay. The question: find the inverse of this square matrix of order 3 by elementary column transformation. Okay. So now I'm following the algorithm. We have to express the given matrix as a product of A into I. A is the given matrix. Then I've written the value of A, which is there, and then identity matrix of order 3 I've written this side, and then now we are going for algorithm in which we have to obtain A 1 and 0 at different positions. So the first step says that you have to make this element as 1, which is A11. That's why in column 1, column 3 has been added, because 3 minus 2 gives you 1, and this is the result of that operation. We have to concentrate only on this part, not for others. They will follow automatically. So this was the first operation, to get 1 at the place A11. Okay. And after that we need to have 0 here, using this 0 and again 0. So to get 0 at this place, what will be the operation? In column 2 we have to add the elements of column 1, because we have to use this 1. Okay. So that is the next step. We have added the elements of column 1 to the column. We have added the elements of okay, so this is the operation. This is the result of the previous one. Now this is the next one, in which we are adding the elements of C1 to C2. So this is what we get, and after that we want to have 0 here. That's why we are doing the operation in column 3. We are adding 2 times of column 1. So this is the result of that operation, and after that we should have 1 here. So it is already there. That's why no further operation for that. And after getting 1, these 2 elements has to be made 0. So for that, the first operation in C1 minus C2, the same we are doing on the right hand side also. Then again, after getting this 0, we have to get this 1 0. So the same operation should be done here. In C3 we have to subtract the elements of C2. Okay. So this is the next result, and after that we have got 1 0 0 0 1 0. Then this element has to be made 1. For that we have multiplying the elements of column 3 by 1 by 8 to get 1 here. The same I have done this side. So this is the result of that operation. Okay. And after getting this 1, we have to make these 2 0. So first we'll go for this element. So what you find that in C1, if we subtract 5 times of C3, then this element is going to be 0. So the same operation has been done here. Okay. Now to get 0 at this place, what will be the next operation? It will be in C2, and what is that? 2 times C1 should be added. So I am writing it here. Okay. The last operation. The last operation is in column number 2, we have to add 2 times column 3. Okay. So the results are no change in column 1. Okay. No change in column 1. So it will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay. And then A. And when you do this operation, you are going to get a 5 by 8. The first column will be as it is. It is minus 5 by 8, minus 5 by 8, minus 3 by 8, then minus 5 by 4. Okay, column 1 will be as it is, and in column 2 the element will be 5 by 4, then 3 by 4, and then 3 by 2. Okay, and the third column will be as it is, 1 by 8, minus 1 by 8, and 1 by 4. Okay, so that is the inverse of the matrix. Minus 5 by 8, minus 3 by 8. Okay, and then the result, that is A inverse, is minus 5 by 8, minus 3 by 8, minus 5 by 4, then 5 by 4, 3 by 4, 3 by 2, 1 by 8, minus 1 by 8, and then 1 by 4. Okay. So this is the inverse of this matrix. I've written from there. Well, students, this is the end of this video, in which I've discussed very thoroughly and very elaborately the operation elementary column transformation to be used to get the inverse of any matrix, any square matrix. Okay, so you must practice the questions of your book based on this algorithm, and you have to be very strictly concerned with the steps of this algorithm. If you are deviating, then your length of solution may increase and it may consume time. So you must stick to these rules. Okay, and next I have to cover a few more concepts of matrices, so that will be in the next video. Thanks for watching.